Okay. All right. Hey.
Love you, thank you.
We got the bees over here just chilling, doing better than ever. So come check them out. Oh yeah, he's just chilling. He got killed by the other bees. No, I never. It's just like getting ready to bring okay, so right here,
and they landed. They came.
There was a swarm this big, and I'm not exaggerating. You see this bee still existing? There was a swarm this big all the way down. So what had happened, they were cutting down a tree on our neighbor's yard, not even a block from here. Those bees were in that tree, and when that tree fell over, they naturally came to the closest bees that they could smell. Bees can smell up to a half mile of bee trails and other bees. Well, so they naturally came here looking for a home. Here we have all these pretty yellow flowers coming up from our turnip greens we're letting head out, and they just swarmed, and the queen sat right in the middle, right here, and they swarmed. Draper Mauldin here. You're with the Mauldin brothers in Casilla, Mississippi. We have just found one of our largest honeybee hives right here in Casilla, Mississippi.
Look at all those bees,
That's
guys.
all honey right there.
Use your spatula and get your
Look
bucket.
at all those honeybees. All right, stay tuned. We're gonna.
Damn, if I could just find the queen. Last one off of here.
This is the largest hive we have ever recovered. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 50,000 bees lived here in this hive.
Maybe even 100,000. You are in Mississippi, and I heard that you're a beekeeper. You keep bees?
Yes.
Is that how long have you done that?
I just got them 2 weeks ago. And what I've discovered is that I don't have to put on a bee suit or anything to feed them.
That's wrong. That's a rookie mistake. Yeah. You get stung by bees.
Never been stung.
You're going to get stung by a bee.
I'm never going to get
You're
stung.
going to get stung by a bee, Morgan. Please wear a beekeeper outfit.
I'm not going to get.
You should even leave the house
There was
wearing
a beekeeper I know who is Jordanian. He never puts on a suit.
But
and
there's
he said
something right,
because
but
you know, no,
well, here's something
you have
wrong
to
with it.
resonate.
You should always,
Jimmy.
Then why do they have the outfits, Morgan?
They have the outfits for people who can't resonate.
I'm telling you.
You guys can text each other on the phone.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be great. That'll be great.
So basically, this is what happened in the past 2 years, or actually 3. 3 years ago, we started with 1 beehive. Then we got 3. Now, look behind us. And we've got them all covered up. So we're learning slowly but surely how to keep the bees charmed. And one of the ways is to keep a roof over them where they're not getting any rain, no wind, and it makes them produce twice as much, all the way up to 4 times as much honey and brood and larvae.
Did you build all these boxes?
We did.
And they can identify the symbols on them.
They identify colors, and with different colors and different symbols, it helps them distinguish their hive. Picture yourself going to the Home Depot parking lot, you shop for an hour, you come back, and you have a different vehicle, but you still can't find your different vehicle. Now imagine if you come up and you have 50 hives and they're all white, and you're still a person, you're going to still have a tough time saying, which hive did I just work? Well, this lets them know exactly which hive is there so it doesn't cause any confusion. So when they come in from a long trip and they're heavy loaded with honey that they've just acquired or pollen, they need to get to their hive as quick as possible because they'll run out of gas sometimes and crash and not even make it to the hive because they're trying to figure out which hive's mine, going through all of these other bees. When you have these different colors on there, they identify it immediately and go straight to it.
So we go from one hive to almost 1,000 hives in 3 years, and now we are catering to the top restaurants in Nashville, Tennessee. #1 Urban Grub, #1 barbecue place, Peg Leg Porker, and the #1 breakfast place in the Gulch, Biscuit Love. Draper Mauldin here with Honeyheads Bee Company, right here in Nashville, Tennessee. In our kitchen, we just got through pulling over about 10 different supers, and these are just the small supers, not the deep ones. I like the small ones in the honey flow because we get a bunch of different flavors, and we just pulled these because these are all basically the same flavors and they're all capped off and ready. What we've done in the past month, we've basically been to Mississippi. We pulled Morgan Freeman's honey successfully. He's tickled to death. We went to my father's ranch in Casilla, pulled his honey, and now we came to Tennessee because Tennessee's a little bit later behind Mississippi because the warm heat down there, and it helps the brood and larva a little faster. But now we just pulled these in Antioch, and we're gonna decap all these, put them in the honey spinner, and get a bottle in some delicious honey from Nashville, Tennessee.
Action!
Steady, steady, steady as she goes.
Oh, the smell. How am I gonna smell it?
Stand over here, Chip.
Whoa!
Man. So what we're going to do now, we're going to let this spin for probably a couple more minutes. It's steadily throwing honey to the outside right now. If you can look down in here, you can see just streams of it coming off.
Oh yeah.
Like cotton candy would come off in a spinner as it's getting ready to fluff up.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's do this. Let's do the flip. We're gonna do the flip now. You kind of do a counterbalance because all the honey will gather on one side of the frame because of centrifugal force. So then you turn it 180 degrees and flip it around.
Okay,
let's
so
flip them.
So it's got to. We got to remember which one to go. So all you do is you pull it straight up and you just go.
All right, I'm just gonna feed
Just
them
like
to
that.
you. All right.
Okay, so here we are. Ready
And
for the
lights.
second spin.
Camera.
Action.
Ooh, that smell! The smell that's all around you!
Don't you wish you could smell this amazing smell that we're smelling? Y'all, it's like the most amazing flower you've ever smelled in your life. Imagine walking into a flower shop that is filled with like God's flowers.
Yes.
And you walk in there and it's just like
Yep.
flowers from the angels.
We don't need candles. We have fresh honey.
Oh yeah. Now it's spinning like a rock star. Look at all the honey coming out there, guys.
So every time he's lifting up through there, he's pulling the cap off of the actual cone, decapping it. We like to use this method because we're not using any heat at all. A lot of these honey harvesters like to use a hot knife that cuts through it. But when you heat up the honey, you're killing all the nutrients and natural enzymes that it produces. So this might take longer, but you know what? Longer is better if you want the real, pure, raw honey. That's as clear as honey gets because this year was a ton of honeysuckle, which is a very clear nectar. You look at the color of my hand, it's clearer than my hand, and the spoon, look, there you go, it's going on my hand right now. That's as clear as it gets. Yeah, and it's super thick too. Okay. Let's see how good that is. Well, that's a sweet kiss. That was delicious. Only here, folks. The closest honeybee farm in Nashville by Square Mile on Hawkins Street, live and in color. Can't get any better than this. Stay tuned. Well, I'm going down the water, and it's cool beneath my skin, and I'm hiding from the Mississippi man. Come on, Kenny. Folks, I'm here in the front yard where it all started. This is our first beehive we ever had, and we kept it here because we wanted it to pollinate our garden. Well, the coolest thing about keeping bees in the city is most of the time the city laws don't allow any pesticides or insecticides to be sprayed in the city's limits. So anyways, these bees are doing phenomenal. We went and checked on our bees that are actually outside the city limits in Laverne, outskirts of Antioch. We've lost several hives, and they're hard to maintain out there. We truly believe because they're closer to where insecticide spraying is going on because of all the crop dusting and stuff like that. But anyways, we feel very fortunate to have our bees in the city limits and seeing the productivity, because this is the second time we've harvested, and they're making so much honey and they're flourishing, and at the same time they're helping Nashville out. I'm Douglas Mauldin. Until next time, we'll see you around.